Manabu vs Yuna round 2. And honestly, this duel started off being a matchup that I wasn't all that interested in, but then as the duel progressed, I did find myself enjoying it. Plus the introductions to new monsters like influencers and Manabu's new fusion was actually a delight. Hello everyone and welcome to Dueling with Downton, and today we're talking all things episode 95 of the Yugioh Go Rush anime series. An episode that didn't do a lot in terms of plot and did disappoint me a bit, as I love the characters of Goha Yuna, yet after an emotionally driven episode like we had in the previous, it just felt a bit disconnected and, dare I say, unnecessary to the plot. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm glad that Yuna got her win back over Manabu, but we knew the results wouldn't matter either way, because Yuga wouldn't be in the dome once it opened. Like, that gimmick was obvious. Now, as for the characters within this episode, Asaka was the best one. She's doing the right thing by putting her emotional and personal feelings to one side. So basically help out her friend, even honouring Tazaki's request by working on Vala gear in order to avoid UTS from interacting with it. Now, although I agree that MIK should have Yuga captive / helping them more than Yuna, I don't like how the show continues to give me more and more reason to dislike Manabu's character. All he had to do was remain calm and collected, like he did at the start of this duel. I actually went into this duel going, Manabu's doing alright actually. He's not disrupting the atmosphere, the flow, or anything like that. He's not being his usual self, he's actually decent. And then he goes and does his stupid, goofy actions and starts belittling Yuna's feelings. That crossed a line, which again negatively impacts his character and my enjoyment of it. But then Goha Yuna's character seemed rather bad in this episode as well. Yes, I like it when a character shows passion, heart and desire and emotion, but there's a time and place for it, which just wasn't it. Plus it really makes it seem like Goha Yuna doesn't care about Yugioh and the other Vulgarians, which would have been fine if that was a narrative they were going with throughout the whole series, but we've seen her interact with Yugioh in the past and show kindness towards him. And in episode 91, just recently, she was with the group actively trying to look for clues to help prolong the lives of the Vulgarians. So this kind of change in personality / persona makes sense, but at the same time doesn't. Now, we know the Goha company has always had that arrogant and selfish negativity / stigma attached to it, whether in Sevens or Go Rush. But now after seeing Yuna in this episode, it's very easy to understand why. She did kind of revert back to her high and mighty, all about me persona, which we had at the start of the series, that I thought she had kind of grown out of, thanks to all the previous Yuna-based episodes and focus. So yeah, although I still like Goha Yuna as a character, she's still one of my favourites, this episode was a really bad one for her. As a side note though, this was a good showcasing of her dueling skills and ability, especially that first turn in showing how useful her deck can be by getting rid of Manabu's combination that he opened up with. Plus, I really like the Celeb Bros archetypes and all of their designs, so at least that's a plus side. The only other important note on this episode was Yuga's expression as he looks mad, and there's not many times where we've seen, both in Sevens and in Go Rush, where Yuga has been really ticked off. So something bad must have really happened to make him mad, but because this is Yu-Gi-Oh! And / Go Rush, it's probably because he just couldn't get any ramen or udon. Either way, it still adds that bit of intrigue, so let's move forward and hope that things will get better as we go through the episodes. Anyways, that's all I got to say for this review. Hope you've enjoyed. Let me know your first impressions of this episode in the comments down below. Subscribe if you're new, and I'm going to jump into the next episode, so I'll see you there. Have a great day. Arigato. Matane. Goodbye.